Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. So it's probably known by now or becoming better well known that I have actually taken a position with Hyly.ai in the multifamily space, in the technology space, on the supplier partner side of the business versus the operations side of the business, where I've spent the last 30 years of my career. And for some, that might be a shock. For others, that might be a surprise. For others, it might be, who cares? That's just what people do. But, it's interesting to me on the heels. I just had a conversation with the great Misty Haskins, who works for Cairo Residential in the Charlotte area. And as we were talking about, we're doing a podcast for the Multifamily Collective, and as we were talking about operations in the multifamily space and some of the pain points, these are not pain points that I elicited from her, but she was talking about a CRM system, a very well-known CRM system in the multifamily space, and not anything ill toward that platform, but rather the implementation in the organization as it relates to the use of that technology. So in other words, teaching, training, onboarding, implementation, things of that nature, all the things that we've all talked about in this industry before. So how does that tie to me working for Hyly? One of the other things that she unearthed was that taking the data out of that system and putting it in a useful form, and or teaching and training and mentoring and coaching people to use information to inform their decision-making process is precisely the reason why I think that the Hyly relationship with Mike Brewer and Hyly is incredibly important, because I've spent 30 years of my life going through the fits and the starts and the pain and the frustration of all the systems that we have in this industry. And this dates back way back. I was around nearly at the beginning when Fred Twomey developed the My Little Buddy software system. I didn't use it, but there was a sort of an extension of that Equity Residential created called Wiz, and some other property management systems way back when. And then all the iterations of technology and the introduction of new prop tech into our space to solve the problems that we didn't even know we had, the point solutions, the broad-based solutions, and the PMS systems. Some of the most advanced technologies, at least to impact our business, were created over the last 30 years, plus minus. Some of them built on old, archaic coding language, some of it developed in new modern day coding language, and probably some of it today being developed with vibe coding. So all these iterations, the reason why I think this moment in time for the industry is more important than any other time in the industry, building on, standing on the shoulders of giants that have come before us, is that all of this stuff is finally coming together. And once it hits, once it is stitched together with an intelligence fabric that brings all of this data, all of these experiences together, it pipes all that together into one intelligence fabric layer. All of a sudden, all of the things that guys like me and others have experienced in this industry in terms of frustration will start to come to a close. That fabric can take all of those data sources, those disparate data sources, all of those institutional learnings, and it can stitch it together in a way that not only informs good decision making, but also automates it in a way that does truly now give time back to our team members to invest in what I believe the biggest crescendo and punchline in our business is, and that is me being able to look you in the eyes and have a real conversation with you, not distracted by the things that I need to get to or the reports that I need to send or all of these demands that are being placed on my time and attention. I can actually sit with you, escaped of all of that, and have a real conversation, a meaningful conversation, something that we can use to propel your experience in my community, to build deep and long-lasting relationships with it. In a business sense, turn into renewals. I can be friends with you in the right sense of that word in the industry. And we can build great relationship, which we don't do a good job of today in this industry because we're very transaction oriented. It's time and the fabric is here. And that's why I made the jump to go to work for a company that I believe in my heart of hearts has developed it, is implementing it, and it will change the multifamily space like we have never seen before. I'm excited. I went out and bought a new pair of track shoes, and I'm lacing them up tight because this race is going to be fast and furious and super fun. Take care. We'll see you soon.